Welcome. This is the introduction video for trauma-informed care, a practice of promoting resiliency while ending homelessness. This video has been brought to you by the Family Solutions Collaborative. It was designed and produced by Social Strategies, LLC. My name is Aylin, and I'm going to be your teacher through this video. There's also a link provided that takes you to the survey. If you are completing this training and there's no live link provided, you can complete the activity on page 6 in your workbook. This survey gauges your comfort and confidence when it comes to trauma-informed care. Pause the video now and complete the survey. Welcome back. In Chapter 1, we're going to discuss the reasons to attend a trauma-informed care training, the core principles of trauma-informed practice, and the learning objectives of the course. All right, let's keep going and review the learning objectives for this training. In this training, we want to understand what trauma is, what resiliency is, and how they are shaped by environmental factors. We want to examine your own trauma responses and your resiliency so that you can build on your practice based on your exact experience. And we want to have a foundation of knowledge from which you can develop competency and comfort with trauma-informed care. From this training, you'll develop personalized solutions to the challenges of ending homelessness so that you can more easily promote resiliency for yourself and those that you're working with. Trauma is widely experienced. It is especially prevalent when you work with people accessing public institutions, both voluntary and non-voluntary access. The work to end homelessness can be a traumatic experience, whether you are working to end your own homelessness or someone else's. It can feel a little like you're in the direct path of a relentless storm. This process has the potential to leave a serious impact. So you come to a trauma-informed care training, like this one, and you learn everything you can about trauma and become fully equipped to handle any challenges that come at you. That new and improved trauma-informed you will turn those storm clouds into rainbows, and the sun will shine down on this party. The reality is different. Hearing you should be trauma-informed, knowing what that actually means, and putting it into practice are all different and equally hard. And it's harder yet when the trauma storm dumps on you every single day. It can be challenging just to acknowledge trauma. Many organizations have done trauma-informed care assessments and other startup work to build this practice. It's likely that you have participated in training about trauma-informed care before. In your workbook on page 8, there's an activity to do. The activity asks you questions about how much training you've received in trauma-informed care. This is important because everyone will come to this training with different experiences and expectations. This activity helps you to examine how competent you feel and what would help you improve your practice from where it's really at. Remember that trauma-informed trainings might get grouped into other trainings a lot. Think about how many trainings or presentations you've seen that instruct you on being trauma-informed. Pause the video now and complete the activity on page 8. Trauma-informed care has 5 core principles. Voice and choice. Nothing about us without us. People are only invested in solutions that they actively envision. trustworthiness, and transparency. If you can't help someone, tell them. Don't promise that you can fix everything, or really anything, because you probably can't, and that's okay. Be transparent about your resources, your process, and your expectations. Safety. This has almost become a loaded buzzword, pun entirely intended. We all need to feel safe, physically, emotionally. Collaboration and mutuality. Collaborate with the people you're serving. Collaborate with your teammates. Get to know your community provider network and collaborate. Share the experience, both the burdens and the joys of this work. We are all feeling it. Mutuality is how we get through it. Recognize and emphasize culture, history, and gender. Aim for humility rather than competency. Be willing to learn and to grow, and to know when you don't know. Peer support. Drive your system with lived experience. Peer support is more than just a position on the outreach team or at the intake desk. It has to be. It should happen at every level. Input into policy, hiring, training, program analysis, leadership. If you still need a degree to get into management in homeless services, then your system still isn't trauma-informed. It takes a lot of time and collective effort to create trauma-informed systems. This road trip will probably take a lot longer than you're planning for. The video is going to focus a lot on you. The workshops are going to focus a lot on putting what you learn into practice. This is the end of Chapter 1. Hopefully you're packed and prepared to start this trip. So let's get this road trip on the way.